suddenly articulate with 1,000 tongues to lift one cry. Then from north to south and east to west, we'd hear Christ be magnified. And were the whole earth echoing his imminence, his name would burst from sea and sky. From rivers to the mountain tops, we'd hear Christ be magnified.
Well, good morning, Lufkin Central and Online Worship Community. Jason Hollinger, the campus and community minister here, and today we're going to look at this tonight in our devotional a little bit more, an overview video. But we are venturing into 1st and 2nd Kings, and to kind of really set the stage for it, you get to chapter 1 and you start to learn about King David's declining health. And the story opens with David's physical health all but gone. He was once a great fighter, a politician, and lover. His circulation is not sufficient to keep him warm, even with the aid of blankets. With death imminent, as one commentator says, it is obvious that a new leader must replace David. Who will this person be? How will he be chosen? What kind of character will he possess? As I was going through this, I started thinking of a podcast I was listening to a while back. Carrie Newhoff had pastor and author Max Lucado on, and he was talking about that when he first began at Oak Hills there in San Antonio, that he started thinking about who would someday replace him. And, who would follow in his steps. And so really preparing himself to have somebody follow him and preparing somebody else to come in his place, because in the midst of this, there's chaos in David's household. There's this trying to have this, there's this fight for power and trying to take the throne that is going on, that is taking place. But ultimately, God had a plan. And ultimately, for you, God has a plan. When I first began in ministry years ago, I didn't think of things the way that Max Lucado did. I didn't think things the way that he did, because you start thinking, man, this is what I'm going to do for life, and you're just getting started, and you're trying to you're just trying to get your ministry going and trying to do all these kind of things. And I think about what I was doing then is not what I expected to be doing now. I thought I was going to be a youth minister for life, and I thought that's what I was going to do forever. And then, after 16 years of working with teens in many capacities, then I transitioned into full-time preaching, and that was what I was going to do. And now I'm teaching and doing community, homeless ministry. Who knows the path that God has for us? But I'm more mindful now of raising up those, more than ever, raising up those to follow after me, to continue on, not what I'm doing, but what God is doing. And that's my challenge to you today. What are you doing to raise up the next generation? What are you doing to continue the story, like we've been talking about, right? Telling that story. What are you doing to lead up others to be able to rise up and take on that leadership that God has in plan for them? Because remember, it's not all about us. It's all about Him. Can't wait to hear and see how it goes. Y'all have a great day. God bless.
Christ be magnified, let His praise arise. Christ be magnified in me. Oh, Christ be magnified. when every creature finds its inmost melody, and every human heart its native cry. Oh, then in word enraptured hymn of praise we'll sing Christ be magnified. Oh, be lifted high in me. Oh, Christ be magnified. Let his praise arise. Christ be magnified in me. Oh, Christ be magnified from the altar of my life. Christ be magnified in me. I won't bow to idols. I'll stand strong and worship you. And if it puts me in the fire, I'll rejoice 'cause you're there too. I won't be formed by feelings. I hold fast to what is true. And if the cross brings transformation, then I'll be crucified with you. 'Cause death is just a doorway